What's MUBO? Oh, so it's matchups. So like what build orders to play on different matchups. Um, so for now, I think we'll focus on just one race for now. Yeah, because like there are tons of build orders that you could open with in each matchups, right? So, hey, hey, how are you? Good to see you guys. Yep. Yeah. So Data, I'm playing royalty-free music right now. It's pretty e- exciting. Okay, let's play some Beethoven. Oh, really? Okay, yeah. Yep. This music, Beethoven's music sounds like Lil Wayne and Cardi B. All right. I'll put the music down lower. So let's get this started. Let's see how my screen looks like. Okay, you can see the notepad here. Is my volume okay? You guys could hear me? Mic check 1 2 1 2. All right. Hey, Sinan. What's up? All right. Thank you so much. Okay. So today's topics, um, we're gonna focus on uh, the the build orders. Um, if you have missed my first workshop that I did a few weeks ago, you guys could always check out the YouTube channel, the CPL YouTube channel, and I heard some the sound got muted because I was playing copyrighted music. Well, you know, you can't. I couldn't help. Uh, I had to listen to Celine Dion, you know, Titanic, my favorite song, my favorite movie of all time. All right. So today's topics, we're gonna talk about openings. So any of you guys, chess players or Go, you know, like all those board games, those ancient games. Like chess is a perfect analogy that we're gonna use today. Um, I'm not a great chess player. I'm only like 1200 ELO on chess.com. 1200, 1100. That's pretty noob. That's like what? Mineral boost that drone. um, Here I'll do that for you. Yep, gambits. They're gambits. Okay, I'll move this a little bit here. There we go. Yep, so that you could see the drones here. All right. Yep. Yeah. So when I when I don't what is it? Don't close the notepad. Please remind me. I'll try my best to keep on track of that. So yeah, so it's like chess openings, right? If you want to, so like even though this game, like any game to be honest, like any board game, you can do whatever you want to do. You can move the pawn, you can move the knight, but you can't move the bishop first, right? As your first move because the way is blocked. Um, so what I'm saying is there are no rules that you can't do certain moves. Pawn to a4, yeah. Um, so like StarCraft, you gotta think it at like chess. If you really wanna enjoy it and have fun and improve, and have like a foundation to work from, you need to learn these build orders. So basic openings, right? So like in chess, they're like King's Gambit, Queen's Gambit. Um, there's like Indian, something like that, Indian defense or something. Like there, there are tons of openings in chess, right? Um, so so like this for Zerg, let's say, so like to if any of you guys if you're new to StarCraft, this would be a really nice workshop for you, so you will know the terminology. So I'm sure you guys heard of pool, right? Pool, 9 pool, 12 pool, 11 pool. What does that mean? Like, do Zergs go into swimming pool and they swim around? Yep. Um, so let's say like for example, 9 pool, 12 H. What does that mean? What's H? Wow, that's crazy. What is 9L? What is 12P? Like, what is 4P? Like, what are all these numbers, you know? So, and the openings will um, determine, like, you have to understand what play style that you like, because there are greedy openings and there are aggressive openings, faster tech and faster unit. Hey, what's up, Gaela? What's up? So you gotta understand what openings that you wanna start with. You know, the most basic opening that every Zerg should know is 9 pool. Okay, so even 9 pool, um, in modern days, there are different approach to 9 pool. You're definitely a fan of greedy openings. Yep, high risk, high reward. Yeah, that's your problem. Hey, but so and in mirror matches, openings is really important too, because it's basically mirror match. It's like a rock paper scissors, right? Certain builds beat certain builds. You have the advantage over what? Yep, aggro, greed, safe. That's all good. Yeah, those are good 3 points. So in 9 pool, back in the days, 9 pool used to be just um, 9 pool, 9 drone, and 9 gas. I'm not really used to explaining builds in this way because like it sounds so formulamatic. Is that a word? Like I don't like it to make it like a textbook thing, you know? Like it's really boring. Because like if you show this paper to someone that you want to teach StarCraft, they'll be like, no, screw this game. Like I don't understand. It's too many too many numbers and whatnot. So here. So um so back then, 9 pool used to be you make gas and you get speed, right? It's a very aggressive build because you need to build a pool, spawning pool to make lings, right? So you want to make pool first, so that you could. So there are advantages and disadvantages on each build, so we're gonna talk about that, right? Um, but one thing we should all know is how to play 9 pool speed. That's the most basic thing. It doesn't matter which build order. You could use all these global, let's say, you could say basic global openings, which means basically any build can be used for any matchups, right? So 12 hatch, you could use that for ZVZ, very greedy, very risky. You could use with Protoss, and it's very common with ZVT versus Terran. So we're just gonna go over one build by one at a time, okay? So we're gonna go over 9 pool speed. So we're gonna go over with that first, okay? Number 1, 9 pool speed. How to do 9 pool speed. Okay, I'm gonna show you how to do 9 pool speed. The classic fighting spirit practice map, where you don't need the computer to start. Oh yeah, perfect. Thank you so much. Okay, 9 pool speed. So what does the number mean? Like 9 pool, 12 hatch, 12L, 11Z. What are all these numbers? So number means the supply right here. So it tells you a point where you should build a certain thing. So like you build a unit at this supply, or building a certain building at this supply. So it's 7 right now. So I'm gonna do 9 pool. So what does that mean? So I'm just gonna make drone until I'm 9 full supply. This could be a very basic to you to most of y'all, because we're gonna start with fundamentals first, okay? And I've seen a lot of Zerg players do 9 pool wrong way, okay? And I'll point that out too. So first thing, build a pool, 9 and 8. Build a drone. And when you have like 50, 100, build gas. And right here, you don't make drone first. This is the first mistake that I see a lot. You make overlord first, and then drone.
Require more minerals. Require more minerals.
Okay, so 9 full speed. We'll complete the build order as soon as we get the speed, okay? So yep, there we go. So this is the opening to 9 pool speed, and then I'll explain it with replay, okay? Okay, let's watch the replay. And timing, look at the clock, the time clock here, the game time, to see if you did a build order efficiently, effectively. So did you make a drone like 1 second too late? Did you make certain building too late? So using the game clock is a good reference to check if you did the build correctly. Were you able to make mutas by this time? If you didn't, what went wrong? You know, did you make overlord? Like, did you get supply blocked? So right here, you make gas first, and even though you have one drone space, yep, 103, 103 when you're on the right side is good. When you're on the left side, where you mine slightly less, because like there's no mineral boost, um, like automatic mineral boost, you should aim for 105 at the latest. Sometimes 106 on different maps, but 105 it should be the latest. And on the right side where you could mineral boost, if you don't know what I'm talking about with mineral boost, you could always watch Hawk's saturation mineral mining guide. He has a very nice guide that he made out there. But next time when I do a workshop, we could go over that too, you know? Because like I'm a big Soma fan. Any of you guys Soma fan? You know he's really into all that, right? Like the mineral boosting and whatnot. So right here, you want to. So even though you could make one more drone here, yeah. So my God, you don't make drone here first. You make overlord first because um. So here, I'll explain why. Yeah, yeah. The 7 on base, the left side. The Eclipse, I think it's like pretty even, left and right on Eclipse. So you want to make Overlord first here. Because if you make drone first, um, you will waste a few seconds on making things here. So um, so like the larva, you'll be at 3 larvas, so that you're wasting time on the production. So if you make Overlord first before drone at 8 9 supply, then when Overlord pops, that'll be perfect time for you to make 3 pairs of links when you go 9 pull speed. So yeah, so don't make a drone right after you make gas. At 8 9, make Overlord first. So here, let's go over on the notepad. This is very important, okay? Okay, so 9 pull speed. So you make 9 pull, you make pull at 9 supply, and because you use on drone, you will be at 8 supply, right? So at 8, you make a drone, and once you make a drone, you'll be at 9 again. So that means um, 9 gas. So you will be at 8 supply again because you use 1 unit, 1 drone, right? So at 8, I seen a lot of people, a lot of Zergs make drone here again, but this is a mistake. The proper build order. So as I said, you need to understand the art side, and you need to appreciate all those openings, because throughout millions of games and matchups, all these pro gamers that devoted their whole life into it, they've come they came up with this perfect build orders, um, so that because it's been proven with thousands of games that it's the most effective way to open a certain build up, right? To do a certain strategy. So yeah, like it's your like it's your decision if you want to go 7 pool or 8 pool, if you want to be creative and go or unorthodox. That could throw a lot of builds, a lot of people off because like something is off to it. Um, but try to understand the fundamentals, okay? So, like when you're boxing, you need to know how to do the steps, the footwork before you do jabs and uppercuts and hooks and whatnot. So you need to learn the basics before you add some spice into it, okay? The very first game in ASL was a 5 pool. Oh wow, it did not work. Yeah, we could get into cheese builds too. So 4 pool and 5 pool, but I think I will be hated upon by other races. They'll be like, this guy's promoting 4 pool. Let's cancel FLoW. But hey, I'm a coach. I'm an assistant coach at a CPL team, team number 3. Uh, 4 pool lifesavers. So what is it? Hey, if you're in my team, uh, 4 pool to 1900 MMR. Hey, if you're team 3, represent. Let's see in the chat if you're team 3. Okay, so right here, this is a mistake. Yeah, 4 pool. Let's go. So it's 8 Overlord. Okay, so because this looks confusing, I will just write it down the whole word. Okay, and then once we get used to it, I don't have to. I will just initialize it. So drone 9 gas 8 Overlord. 4 pool fighting. I'm team 2, 2 pool. Yep. Oh, what is that? Okay, 8 Overlord. And then 8 drone. So when Overlord pops, you'll be on the right side. Sometimes you will have 2 larvas first, and then you will get the third larva after, like slightly, because like you were able to make those units faster because it's faster mining. But on the left side is usually when the Overlord comes out, there will be 3 larvas ready for you to make 6 lings, 3 pairs of lings right away. So at 9, uh, 3 lings. But then 2 pool. Okay. Hey, that's the highway to F rank. Yeah. So guys, memorize that. This is a part. This is the thing that you need to memorize things. Like for me, what I did at first, it's like this is so overwhelming, right? Learning build orders. But like what I did was, um, so those like recorded stream games, like Soma or Queen or like anybody, any pro gamers or even foreigners, um, like open your game if you have like just if you don't have 2 monitors, just open on your smartphone and start the game at the same time as you play in real time, and then try to compete yourself with that pro gamer, um, to copy their build orders and their efficiency. This is on the test, guys. Yep, this is like how your school teacher used to do, right? This is gonna be on your test. Okay, so 9 pool speed. So variations start from here, right? So here you could pull gas. You could just mine enough. You can mine enough, like 100 gas, to get the speed, and then you could pull gas, and you could do whatever, or you could keep mining gas. You can go layer, or you can go one base Hydra. That's not really a thing, but yeah. Or you could even get 100 more gas to get a melee attack, melee upgrade for Zerglings. That's a thing. Um, or you can even get 100 more gas for Burrow. Uh, so like variations. So there are plenty of space, headspace for you to be creative with it. You know, it's not like you shouldn't take build orders like is tying you to become a robot. No, that's not it. It's just it's like chess. You need to do your homework. You need to understand the openings so that you could be creative with the tools. Okay. Um, so make sure you practice this. Okay. So 9 pull speed, 9 pull, 8 drone, 9 gas, 8 overlord, 8 drone at 9. So 3 lings. Of course, like when the gas is done, mine right away. Okay. Hey, what up, guys? What's up, viewers? For animation soundtrack. Hey, man, it's a beautiful Wednesday. Thank you for tuning in. This is a Zerg workshop for CPL, Coach-Pupil League Zerg workshop. So today we're just going over basic build orders. We went through the most iconic build for Zerg. It's the 9 pull speed. Um, if there's like one build that is like the face, the trademark for Zerg, I would say 9 pull speed is the most trademark because it's not really all in, but at the same time, it's not really it's of course it's not a greedy build at all. This could it's not like if you do this, you're gonna lose your game all the time. You could always come back from this if the opponent over defends or you gave some damage to compensate your poor starting build. So so what does that mean? Like so poor, greedy, rich, you know? All these it tells you your economic stance, right? Are you who's your I don't know what you're talking about, man. Um, Manager, can you boot this guy? I don't have a manager. What's up, Civil? Um, can you hire a Twitch manager? uh, there are managers on like YouTube and Africa TV and whatnot, right? Okay, so yep, so 9 pull speed. Okay, so we're just gonna go briefly with openings, okay? And we're gonna go over 12 pull, okay? So 12 pull, we're gonna go up little by little. So this is the meter. The the meter of aggressiveness, aggressive to greedy. Okay. So if you go extreme left or extreme aggressive, there's 4 pull and there's 5 pull, and in the middle there's 9 pull and there's 12 pull. And after that, there's like 11 hatch, and there's 12 hatch, and there are like auxiliary builds or luxury builds like 9 hatch or overpool, and all that. Those are not important for now, okay? Because these are like um, doing a curve kick, you know. So you guys have to understand these the most important ones to understand why these are effective in certain situations, okay? So next build, so we went over 9 pull, right? So we're gonna go over 12 pull now. So 12 pull is the next. It is still aggressive build, but it's a slightly economically um, what is that word? Richer, rich. It's a more greedy build. I'm out of words. Like what would be what's a good adjective to use there? It's more financially stable, stable build, more optimized. Yep. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so next build is gonna be 12 pool. Yeah, more greedy. Yeah.
Require more minerals.
So one thing we have to understand is what's the number
Require more minerals.
in front of this build. So it's 12 pool, right?
Require
So
more
common
minerals.
sense, like we cannot make a drone all the way to 12 because we are capped at 9 right now. So what do we do? Oh, notepad, yes. Thank you so much. Okay, there we go. So what do we do at 9? We make an overlord.
Require more minerals.
So one thing I need to really remind you guys, the important thing is the very first 5 minutes is very important, right? Because um, it's like investment in a bank. Those what I don't know exactly what the interest is called. The earlier you invest, the exponentially the profit you're gonna make. So like 1 second late to get a mineral, it's gonna be huge. It will add up to a mid game. So you want to be efficient with your drone making and overlord and whatnot. So don't wait until you see 50 to make a drone. So like when it's at like 42, you know that one mineral patch is 8 minerals, right? So just anticipate which unit is gonna return so that you know that 50 will be there. So that's when you could keep spamming to make a drone there, right? So same thing for Overlord. Like you are at like 98, you just need one more mineral patch and you just spam and then you could make it right away. Because if you make, you're like, hey, look at my mini map. Hey, oh, I'm 100. Oh, I'm gonna make Overlord. Then that's gonna be too late. Yeah, yeah, that happens too. Yeah, so I just wanted to point that out. So if you wanna build um, a building, so let's say a pool is 200 minerals, right? So if you send your a drone there at 200, it's gonna take 1 or 2 seconds or even 3 seconds to build that pool. So what do? Anticipate that 200 mineral. So you will be sending drone when it's at like 150 or 170-ish so that you're not late with your tech timing. Okay, this is a very important thing. Okay. So at 9, you make Overlord. When the Overlord pops, you're gonna make 3 drones. 9 plus 3 is 12. So right here, you're gonna make pool right there, okay? And then classic official 12 pool is usually you make 12 gas and then 11 hatch. So look, I'm not sending my drone at 300 to build hatchery. I'm sending it like when it was like 180 so that I anticipate. So my drone is already here, and when it's 300, I could make a hatchery right away. So right here. So right here, pause. Do I do this build against Protoss? Not really, but yes, I could. If it's like tournament, I could come up with. Yeah, A rank. Yeah, I just hit A rank last night actually for the first time. Yes. I'm never gonna run Q ranks with that account again. I'm gonna stay as A rank forever. Thanks, man. Thanks, guys. So this is 12 pool right here. Someone like FLoW get A rank. I guess if you listen to classical music every day, and yeah, you just gotta be Korean. You gotta born Korean. It's Korean blood, you know. If you're not Korean, I'm sorry, it's just impossible. No, I'm kidding. You just gotta stay focused and work hard. It took me like probably like over 1,000 letter games. Yo, thanks, man. Thanks, Sloth. Yep. So 12 pool right here. I just made two links here. The build, the variation goes here. Like the 12 pool is the highest variation game because you can make one more link here. You could go for speed first. You could go for layer first. You could make drone here and whatnot. But you just gotta understand the first bit of the opening. Yep. So yeah. So here, let's look at it. Let's look at the build. So let's bring our. Look at that. I'm not flexing, guys. I'm not flexing. I got my A rank right here yesterday. History. I had a nice winning streak. 5 winning streak. Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm never ranking with this account again. Oh, exposed. You know me too well. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I just I'm turning this. I'm doing this music just for the royalty free purpose. I really want to listen to Tupac and Biggie right now. You got me. Um, so let's bring our notepad and talk about tour pool. Okay. So we went over 9 pool. 12 pool is you make drone until you're over capacity. So at 9 you make overlord. So you make 3 drones. So at 9, 10, 11 drone. Okay, if that makes sense. So 9. I don't know how I would write it here. So you at 9. Yep, I guess. So at 9, just make 3 drones. Okay. So at here you will become 12 supply, right? So at 12 you will make a pool here. So at so after you make pool here, uh, so you will use 1 supply, so you'll become 11. So you'll make drone again. So at 12 you'll make gas again, and then drone. So 11 drone again. I'm confusing myself. This is not good. Explaining build orders like this. Um, I'll I will find time where I could put this into a nice like diagram, uh, and then with like nice graphics to show which build is aggressive and which build is greedy. That would be awesome, right? I think that would be a good tool to have for everybody. Um, for all the Zergs that's starting out. Hey, thanks for the follow, man. Benno's Moving Castle. That's a good move. That's a good movie. Um, is it Castle in the Sky or Howl's Moving Castle? Is it classic movie? Okay, so like right now, um, yeah, Howl Moving Castle. Okay, so after that, 12 hatch is just a no-brainer. Um, instead of making 12 pool, you're gonna make 12 hatchery. Okay. Um, you could also make hatchery in the main in your main base. That's another build you could do. But uh, usually, generally, making the hatchery, the second hatchery in your natural is the official 12 hatch build. Okay. Okay. So now we went over the basic global openings. We're gonna go over like actual matchups. Okay. So which matchup you guys wanna go over first? Which one are you guys having a hard time? ZBP, ZBT, ZVZ. Let's see in the chat. Okay, I see one ZBP, one ZVZ, one ZBT. We got all matchups. ZVZ. Okay, ZBP, one more ZBP. ZVZ. Okay, you guys are having ZVZ and ZBP most popular. Okay, ZVZ is a whole topic in itself. My plan is ZVT this season is just to go buck mute a micro, go all in. Fuck. Okay, so it's either ZVZ or ZBP. Okay, we're gonna go with ZBP for now, okay? Because ZVZ, because it's a mirror matchup, there's a lot like details that we need to go through. Um, but like we could do that next time, okay? So we're gonna go over ZBP for now. ZBP. Okay, so in ZBP, what are some of the openings that you guys know? What are the most popular? Proto so easy. What's the most popular opening for ZBP? Overpool? Yep, that's perfect. Overpool. What else? Overpool and 12. You usually 5 pool hangs. uh, so 12 hatch, overpool, do 9 hatch, 9 pool, 973. Yep, so 973 is it's not a like it is a build, but it's not an opener. Like I'm talking about opener like right now. Like that's like the mid opener, I guess, if you know what I mean. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's see, 9 hatch, 9 pool. Okay, so the most popular one, uh, for 9 hatch one, there are different 9 hatch. There's 9 hatch. There's one that you make pool first, but in Protoss, uh, the one that you go Overlord, make Overlord first is more better for ZBP. So we're gonna go over that, okay? So 9 hatch into Overlord. So let me just hide my notepad. So I'm telling you guys, you need to really practice build orders by yourself at least a few times every day, you know, because like there's always room for improvement, right? So we're gonna do 9 hatch build versus Protoss, okay?
Require more minerals.
So when you do 9 hatch,
Require more
make sure you
minerals.
send your Overlord to your entrance first to
Require
see
more
if
minerals.
the probe scout comes. Um, I'll explain in a second why that's that. Okay.
Require more
So
minerals.
like traditionally you will want to send your Overlord into opponent's natural first, right? But like when you do 9 hatch, you want to send Overlord to front first. It's typical for so not like watch here. I'm making an Overlord here just for the practice sake, and I'll explain why. You understand shortly, okay? This is all Soma, okay?
Require more minerals.
Right here. You want to make Overlord
Require more
first.
minerals.
uh, that chat distracted me. My pool's late now.
Require more
You
minerals.
want to make so after
Require more
10
minerals.
pool, you want to make 11 drone until 11, okay? So go scout to first drone to see if opponent goes forge expansion or gate first. So there's another variation there, right? Your build changes if the opponent goes gate first or forge expansion. But nowadays they do a lot more gate expansion first, right? So I'm gonna pretend this is the gate expansion, okay? So let's say I saw gate here, right, at 11 o'clock. So usually when they see, like there should be like one Zilla here in your main already, but in this case, just have like few links here and then run everything, okay? But there are little details that I want to explain first, because there's lots of variables, okay? This how this build works. So let's end it here for now, and then go over step by step. Okay, there are, as I said, each build has strengths and weaknesses, right? In 9 hatch, it's really weak to cannon rushes. Okay. Um, to like a forge expansion. So that's why this is why you send your overlord first to your entrance where the probe will come, because you could tell by the time that if it's gate scout or pylon scout. Usually when the probe comes early, you could just proceed into overpool instead of committing to 9 hatchery. This is why you make overlord here at 9, because if you cancel that, you don't lose any larva anyway. Because when you go 9 hatch, there's a period where you'll be floating with 3 larvas. So this is just an insurance right here. So like right here, so your overlord is front of your natural here, right? So look, if I see, so it's usually at 110. So remember this timing, okay? It's usually at 110 you will see pylon scout with the probe to your so if the Protoss is at 5 o'clock, or if the Protoss is at 11 o'clock, if it's a pylon scout, they will usually be like right here at around 1 minute and 10 seconds, okay? So if there's no probe scout here, you could proceed into 9 hatchery. Like you could cancel this overlord here, right? On like just before it finishes, because you don't lose any larva. Um, but let's say, yeah, man, yeah, I'll see you. I'll see you later, man, Data. So, um, when you see, so let's say, like even though your plan was to do 9 hatch, when you saw a probe scout here, instead of 9 hatch, it's just better to continue with the overpool build here. So just send this drone back here. Don't cancel overlord and just do overpool. So 9 overlord and then 9 pool right here. Okay, make overlord. You guys understood so far? So right here, so I saw no scout, no probe scout came here. So I canceled my overlord and then built my hatchery. And then you build drone here, and then you do overlord after that. And then right here, you're supposed to make a pool, but some interesting person in the chat was distracting me, so my pool was late here. I know that's not a good excuse. Yep, so make a pool and then make drone until 11. And so with your first drone, go for scout, so that um, you will know if it's fast expansion, forge expansion, or gate expansion first, okay? So you'll use your drone to scout. So right here, so you're gonna make 1 larva anyway, even if it's fast expansion, because you want the 2 links to fight off the probe, right? The scout probe. So make 1 link here, regardless. Like as soon as the pool is done, don't use all your larva into links yet until you see if it's gate or forge expansion. If it's diagonal in this situation, that's too bad. Just play safe from there. Just make 1 link for now, and there's a 14-second grace period where the larva will produce, right? So just try to be mindful at your larva usage. So make sure like you don't waste too much time with 3 larvas floating around, okay? So right here, I should have made 1 pair of links right away when the pool was finished, and as I said, let's just pretend that the Protoss was at 11 o'clock base, and I saw the gateway, right? Then this way, make all links here, okay? Make all links. So this is very aggressive style, okay? Um, if it's gate expansion, you've probably seen a Zealot come out by now. So Zealot should be like around here-ish right now. 3 minutes. It should be like around at your natural. But this is okay because like you will have 10 things come out right away, right? So just defend that. So like from there on, it's really depends on how you like. It really comes with lots of experience. So this is where the build completes the 9 hatchery. So you gonna make your third here. So depends on how you wanna move from this build. Do you wanna go gas? But do you wanna go to? Do you wanna go Hydra? Do you want to go layer? It's really depends on you. Like, you want to go speed? It really it's in real time, right? So if you think you're behind, maybe like a couple drones died to Zealot and you got out microed, then like you most of the time all in is an option. Link all in. So make an overlord and so make a gas and get speed and all in. That's an option. So in this situation, you will have like a zealot here and then like one more zealot on the way. So use that. Use your use your make the right decision in that situation. Okay. Um, so that's the opening here. A lot of times when I do this build, the zealot, the Protoss, they will be they're not careful with their zealots. They will just throw 2 zealots like easily. Um, they what is it? Um, under no over underestimate the number of lings to 9 hatchery build. So they will just be aggressive with 2 zealots. But it's a really easy win for Zerg with those early zealot push because you will have so much more lings, right? So when they lose 2 zealots easy like that, if they don't put their forge up like around 330-ish. So 330 is when the Protoss should have a forge, or they could do cyber first. If they go cyber first, it's pretty much GG. Like, just make all lings here and then just go attack. Okay. Um, and when they go forge, you could still be aggressive. Um, like attack the gateway and pull and whatnot. You could play that way. It really you need to like if I have I should have prepared like examples, but like for now, just work on like, play with the computer and work on like play on this practice map to work on the basic build orders first, right? First, you need to know what to do by yourself before you play with the actual human, right? So I'll play it in another situation, okay? So let's say I'm 11 o'clock, and I'm gonna do 9 hatchery again.
Require more minerals.
As I said, send your overlord to front of your natural, okay? Where the probe scout will come. This is most important, okay?
Require more minerals. Require more minerals. Require more minerals. Require more minerals.
So right here at 9, I'm gonna make overlord anyway. So, but the magic number is the 1 minute and 10 seconds, right? So we have to remember that. So if this map is polypoid, send your overlord accordingly. So I'm gonna cancel my overlord.
We require more minerals. We require more minerals.
So at 9, you make overlord, then you're gonna make pool.
We require more minerals. We require more minerals. We require more minerals. We require more minerals.
So with your first overlord, it's really up to you where you want to send it. You can send it diagonally, horizontally or vertically. So with the first drone, go for scout. When you go for scout, check the mineral lines just in case. Just keep it a habit. Like it's a good habit to do, just in case the cannon rush. Do this like when you are practicing by yourself, right? Keep make it a habit so that when it really matters, you will come out. So I'm gonna make one thing anyway. So okay, I saw Forge expansion here. I'm gonna make all drones here. And then from here, you could do 973,
We require more minerals.
or you can do layer. It's really up to you, right? This is just opening to 9 hatch into Forge expansion. Okay, so be mindful that the first zealot will usually pop at 4 minute-ish, but always good to have your overlord in front of it. Okay, I'm gonna do 973. Oh, I was mining with 2 gas. That's a mistake. So right now, like you might see Zealot out. It could be Zealot this way or that way. You know, there are a million possibilities, right? Different situations. It's a real-time game. So this is why you need to work on build order by yourself so that you could do this with your eyes closed. Because there could be lot of real-time distractions when you play with an actual human, right? Because they're not robots. They will do different things every time, or they could be a different timing. The Zilla could go this way or that way or whatever. Um, so because you need to have a solid foundation. You need to know your build orders inside out so that you could uh, answer to certain situations accordingly. Okay. Um, and like for me, like to be honest, because I'm a very orthodox player, and I expect to play against orthodox build too, right? When I see like weird builds, I do get thrown upon, but um, with that foundation, when you analyze the replay, it's really easy to see what went wrong. So at this situation, I made too much drones, or I got overblocked, or I should have gone this unit instead of this. Like when you practice build orders thoroughly, it will it gives you you will be able to analyze replays much better too, because you have a reference to compare to, right? So at this timing, I should have had this many drones, but I didn't, or the opponent was greedy, but I didn't punish them enough and whatnot. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's that. So that's 9 hatchery. So heading or getting vision of link all in or 973 can give you game winning. Kill the probes. Oh, the larva trick. Yep. Uh, I think I explained all that in my first workshop. Uh, you just you just need to grab with any other unit and then press stop. Okay. I'll just explain it quickly here. So watch. You can the larva trick can be done when your larva produces from the right and you want to send it to left. Like it's usually ideal when the mineral patch is on the left side so that you want to send your larva all the way to the left. Um, Here, let me just cancel this so that I will have another larva forming from here so that you will cut the time to get into the mineral patch, right? So what you want to do is grab larva, drag with any other unit. Uh, all your workers should be working at the moment, so you don't want to really use your worker to select with. So I'm gonna use this larva here. So select with overload. So use shift. So click, shift drag, or shift click. It's really up to you. Make a habit of dragging when you're selecting units like that instead of clicking because it gives you a better much chance to actually select the unit because like let's say unit is like moving around, right? Instead of like you clicking, oh I missed it, you could just go like that, you could just go drag and click, right? So click, shift, and then stop and look at the larva. Yay, I'm free. Look at it moves, right? So I'm gonna do it again. This time I'm gonna do it with drone. Watch. Stop. See? Yep. Advanced technique is using a drone while it's like moving around. So let's say I'm gonna make a pool here, right? So let's say like this drone just came back from mining, okay? So watch. I'm gonna go like that, drag, select, stop, and then make a pool here right away. You know what I mean? Or the drone is gonna go for scout. I'm gonna select, stop, and then click right away. Okay, so when you do it with your overlord, make sure to you a lot of times when people are practicing this larva trick, you forget to send your overlord. You continue to send. So for example,
You require more minerals.
so for example, so I asked my overlord to send it there to 11 o'clock, and I'm gonna oh well it's spawned on the left side this time, but it's okay. So I'm gonna stop here, and even though I did the larva trick, what did I forget to do here? Look at my overlord. It remains stopped here, right? So make sure to click where continue to uh, don't forget to continue resume where the overlord was going to. Okay, so a good way to do it is so I got my larva here, right here, and just um just have your cursor on the minimap where you want to send it to, and then as soon as you click stop, just right click it. So look, stop, right click. You see that what I did? So have your larva selected with your overlord. Stop tick. Stop tick. Stop tick. Stop tick. So make that into a habit, okay? So that you did the larva trick, and at the same time you presumed the overlord traveling the scout, okay? That's that. You guys have any questions so far? Like, is there like a build order that you really want to know? So we could go over 973 if you guys want to know that. I know a lot of Protoss will hate me because it's a very strong build against Protoss. Okay, why not? I'm just gonna go with like the most popular build. So the overpool into how old am I? How old do you think I am? Oh, wait, the royalty free music stopped. 30? That's a good guess. I'm 31. Oh, 33. Oh, I've been playing for a long time, but like seriously, maybe last 2, 3 years. But like from like back then, just really casual, like user map settings and whatnot. CPL really helped me to play seriously because like you're put into an environment where you need to practice, right, with your teammates, and you get coaches. With dial-up, probably like when I was in Korea before 2000. Yeah, I used to go to PC bangs, cafe, PC cafes, internet cafes, and I played there. Yep. So, all right. So this time I'm gonna go over. Uh, so I'm gonna go over like what's more popular in like between 1500 to 1700 tier. 1500 to 1700 tier. Like for Protoss, like what are they usually do? Do they do gate expansion or forge expansion? What do they usually do? What's more popular? Because like usually forge expansion is easier for Protoss to play with. Because like with Zilla you need to micro and whatnot, right? So usually forge expansion both popular. Okay, both equally. That's pretty surprising. More, yeah, lower, right? So forward expansion. Okay, so we're gonna go over 9 more forge expansion in CPL. Okay, so we're gonna go over forge. Oh, you haven't played in 10 years. Wow, you should join CPL, man. Okay, so we're gonna go over overpool into 973 against forge fast expansion. Okay, so this time I'm gonna be 7 o'clock.
Require more minerals.
So I'm gonna do overpool into 973 against forge fast expansion.
Require more minerals. Require more minerals.
Try to understand what my mouse is doing, right? like when I watch pro gamers stream, I try to understand like the little details, like what they do. And even if I watch the same recorded stream, like same game, like 10 times, I always find new things every time. Because they do so many things, and we miss it. So, cool. So around 156, you want your drone to be ready to build a pool.
We require more minerals. We require more minerals. We require more minerals.
So right here, you make three drones here until 11.
We require more minerals.
You could send the first drone as a scout, but usually textbook is to send with the second drone. Why? Because you want to saturate 9 drones with each mineral patch first, right? So it's not here.
We require more minerals.
I'm gonna check all the way in anyway. Okay, so let's say it's right here at 5 o'clock, okay? I'm gonna make 2 more drones here until 13 to send my scout drone into where my third is gonna be. Send my overlord accordingly.
We require more minerals.
If it's 973, your gas like doesn't have to be too fast, so I like to make one gas here. I mean one drone for gas. So like around 3 minutes is good for 973.
More minerals.
So with this, this is all shadow boxing, right? So I'm just pretending, I'm thinking like what the opponent is doing. So I'm just chasing imaginary probe here.
We require more Vespine gas.
So always remember to look at the gateway, the opponent's natural, to see the move out. So let's say one Zilla just moved out right now. So now it's a good time to make into 6 things in total. .24 Overlord is good. So I'm keep track of where the Zealot is going. See if the second Zealot is moving out. So right here, this is the magic number, right? 25 with 25 PSI with 6 lings is the magic number to 973. Why is that? Okay, let's do the math. Let's bring our nerdy notepad up. So what does 973 mean? 973. The heck is it? So 973, it means saturation per each base. So 9 in main, 7 in natural, and 3 in the third. Okay, so 9 drones, 7 drones, and 3 drones. Usually the third one is not as important. You could have 4, you could have 2. It won't really impact on your 973 as an opener. You will have enough hydras to produce, because it's the number of hydras is really affected by the gas, and you're just mining from one gas, right? So let's do the math here. So 9 plus 7 is what? 16. 16 plus 3 is 9. And how many drones are mining gas? That's another 3, right? So 19 plus 3 is 22. And then how many lings did I make? I made 6 lings, right? So 1 psi per a pair. So 3 lings equals 6 lings. So 22 plus 3 is 25. So you need to understand this while you're making. So right now I am keep track of how many lings I have. So that means if I made the last drone at 25, that means I have the perfect saturation number to pull this to do this opening, right? So I don't have to make drones again here. So make sure to make Overlord one at 24 and one at 25 so that you don't get Overlord blocked. Okay. So let's say like I fought off Zilot here, okay? Oh, okay, no pad. So 973, there's another variations. There's 973 all in. There's 973 into macro. Okay. So all in is usually the most popular. Because if you denied like the probe scouts and whatnot, and if the Protoss found out that you did 973 way too late, there's a time where they're very vulnerable. They only have few cannons, and you could just bust them. That's basically what it is.
Evolution complete.
So there's like a gate here and forge here. You want to line them up pretty. So that's the opening to 973. Okay, this is very powerful because it could throw a lot Protoss off. If they build cannon too closely, you could snipe that with uh, range not upgraded, with no range. You just go close to the building. Just click move click to the building so that you will go right beside the building and you could snipe off the cannon that way. Like usually closer cannon into a gate they usually do that because it's stronger against like lings and whatnot. And but it's really is not recommended because it's really vulnerable to Hydra push. That's why you see a lot of Protoss, they build their cannons like 1 or 2 pixels behind the gateway, right? So that's the 973. So usually workshop, I like to invite you guys to try the build with me in real time. Like in this map, I will coach you in real time. Like anybody down to join the game and try the build out. Is anybody? I will join the CPL gaming channel, voice channel. Join CPL gaming voice channel if you want to participate in the build order. So in today's workshop, it's really focused on the lower tiers because we are working from uh, ground zero and up, right? There are like a lot of um, like complicated build orders, like a late game mechanic and mid game and whatnot. Um, but all that starts from all these fundamentals first, right? If you don't know the basic openers, um, then there's no there's no point talking about mid game and late game. You need to know the early game openings inside out. Okay, so we did the so let's talk about 973 into all in versus 973 into macro. Okay, so let's bring the notepad out. So 973 all in versus 973 macro. Okay. So as I mentioned earlier, you're fully saturated with three pairs of links, so six links when you have PSI of 25, right? So all in is from here and on, just make all Hydras and of course overlords when you're supply blocked, right? So from 25 supply and on. So this applies to both variables, right? So these are both 973. So in all in, from 25 and up, all Hydras. Okay, just make all Hydras. You can make Hydras until you have like three groups of Hydras and then just bust them. It's really, really, really effective. 973 macro. This is really important. So from 25, you want to make not more than a group, a set. So 12, not more than 12 Hydras here. Usually 10 is ideal, but 12 is okay. Okay, so let's keep it at 12. So that means each Hydra is one supply, right? So you want to stop making Hydras until, guess you got it, it's 37. Okay, so from here, what do you do if you stop making Hydras? Then you make drones, you make hatcheries, and you go into lair. Okay, we're gonna practice that now. I'll show you how that looks like. Okay, so 973 macro. So what I'm gonna do here, I'll show you. Uh, I'm gonna make a set of Hydras from 25. Uh, make 5 hatcheries, natural gas, chamber. Usually you're gonna go layer after 4th hatchery. So 4 hatch, layer, 5 hatch, natural gas, and chamber. And from here and on, uh, it's really up to you, like how you're gonna play the game throughout. You can go mutas, you can go lurker, you can go 6 hatchery into that. That's That's really up to you. It comes from experience, like what works with you and not. Okay. But first understand the mechanic of 9/7 into macro transition. Okay. So I'll go into that. This music is draining my energy, man. I'm like falling asleep. I want to listen to the Biggie and Tupac right now. Okay, I'm gonna hide Notepad. Okay, so we are practicing 973 into macro transition, okay? Let's try 5 o'clock this time. I'm gonna do overpool, because that's the most popular build. And this is, again, this is facing Forge expansion, okay?
Require more minerals.
It's a fantastic drone split. No, it wasn't.
Require more minerals. Require more minerals. Require more minerals.
Stream gaming, boys. Oh, it's like making you guys fall sleepy too? Feel sleepy too?
Require more minerals.
This is where I like practice warm up my F keys here.
Require more minerals. Require more minerals. Require more minerals.
So this time I'm gonna scout with my first drone. Because it's a 4-player map. It's good to send your drone at like 180-ish. That's and by the time when you get to natural, you will be able to make hatchery. So it's not there. Gotta make one link anyway. So if it's diagonal, make 2 drones anyway. Because even if it's gate fast expansion, if it's diagonal, you could do it. So right here, I saw that it's Forge expansion. Send my Overlord. So right here, I did something very important that I want to tell you guys here. So right here, last game, I made third hatchery, drone, and gas, right? But here, I made drone first, and then hatchery. This is why I don't like to talk build orders into like a very systematic order, right? Like 15, you gotta do this, 17, you gotta do that. It's really more, you have to understand the bigger picture and where you're going. Okay, your goal is. So it's just a little slight difference. I calculated that my drone is gonna get to my third base um, after I'll have over 300 minerals, right? So If I want to follow like actual same build order, then I'm not gonna make anything else. I'm just gonna follow into supply order. So at 13 or at 12, I'm gonna make third hatchery. I'm not gonna make anything else, even though I have extra mineral. So what I did there was I had plenty of mineral left. So when my drone was here, my mineral was at around 297. So by the time it gets here, you will have 350 minerals. So what does that mean? Then that means before I make my hatchery here, I will have time to make one more drone here. You know what I mean? So you need to understand this. So this is how you become efficient with your build orders. Okay? So I was able to make gas right away, you know. So yeah, so just I just want to point that out. Okay. I got 10 drones in main. It's nine per 9 in the main, and 50 gas. Make Hydra Den right away. So I made Hydra Den here, right? So it's diagonal. Usually like Zealot won't be as aggressive, but it's 4 minutes, so it's good to make 6 links in total. So let's say like Zealot is coming this way. 24 Overlord. Six links. 25 Overlord. So I'm good with drones now. 7, 9, and then with this drone, it's gonna be 3. Okay. So you could start making. Usually, you want to start making Hydras after speed upgrade. But if you have larva floating, that's not good. So you want to make Hydras accordingly. Important thing. Always keep track of where your movement speed upgrade is at, so that you will anticipate how much gas you have left over to upgrade the range after. So you want to always upgrade Hydra movement speed first, so that because that's important. You want the Hydras to get to the enemy natural faster. It's faster for remassing purposes. And so so let's say you have like 200 gas here, and your upgrade is almost done. Your movement speed is almost done. Movement speed and range, they're both 150 and 150. So you have 200 gas and like 300 minerals. Hydra is what? 75 mineral and 25 gas, right? Then you will have enough resources to make 2 Hydras. It will not interrupt you to upgrade range right away. So you need to anticipate that, because you'll be like, oh, I got 200 gas. I'm just gonna make all Hydras. Oh, look, I got larvas. Yay. And then your movement upgrade is done, and you don't have gas to upgrade your range speed. So that's an issue right there, because the speed of upgrade is really important for this build, because like you really want your both speed and range upgraded, so that you could pressure Protoss, because that matter of 1 second could determine the outcome, the result of the game, right? So make sure you prioritize the upgrade first, okay? You, like when your movement speed is about to be done, like spam the range upgrade so that you will do right away as soon as the movement speed is done, okay? So right now, I'm gonna make 12 Hydras, okay? Then make hatchery, overlord, change my rally point, layer. So focus on the macro part of it. So my range is done, right? So I'll just place it. So this is really important. Like you need to be able to produce with your left hand, not watching your hatcheries, while you like micro your hydras here. Okay. I left some hydras here because of corsairs maybe. Make chamber. So another variation here. You could go spire right away, but lurker and 6 hatchery is a safer option. Okay, it's because it's better defense, right? Check my rally points. This is the time you could like really saturate. Like 12 per. You can make 1 sunken if you like. You're the artist here. Like how you gonna paint the picture? I sound like the Rob Ross. What's his name? Bob Ross of StarCraft. So it looks like Protoss got the speed zealots.
Spawn more overlords.
Overlord will pop.
Spawn more overlords.
My lurker is ready. Always anticipate your supply so that you make overlord in advance so that you don't get overblocked. So right here, check your saturation. If it's 12 drones each base. Oh, look like there are 10 drones here. That's plenty enough. And from here, that's like you need like from here, it's really up to your imagination how you gonna move out. Are you gonna get fourth? How you gonna get fourth? There might be a DT, so like you need to upgrade your overlord speed. I could have got that earlier, to be honest. Keep making hydras and go for all in, but you have lurker. You don't really have to go for all in now. Like let's say like you're scouting here and you don't see army in front of their choke, then you can easily go for lurker contain. More experienced Protoss will know that once they get lurker contained, it's really hard for them to come out. So they will prevent that by having their army outside of the choke. Um, and from here on, you need to calculate, like, did Protoss make more than one Corsair? Usually, like when you go 973, they won't make as many Corsairs because they need to save um, lots of cannons and Templars. They want to get into Templar Archive ASAP and make more Zealots. So you need to calculate that. Like, oh, this guy doesn't have much air units, and he really over defended in his natural. Like there are like 9 cannons there. Then he might think that I'm going all in through natural, so he will have less defense in his main. So what's the perfect counter to that? You could go for drop, you could go for spire and go for muta, you know? Like all that, like you got a million possibilities there, right? So yeah, this was the 973 macro. Okay. So when I have time, I'll try to make it into spreadsheet, into like details, like how the build order works. Um, but like I'm not a big fan of uh, getting the build order because like there are like lots of variables, right? Like anything could happen in between. Um, like let's say your drone died while scouting, and the build order says at 15 supply you were supposed to build Hydroden, but your scout drone died, so you are at 14. What do you do here? Do you make one more drone here, or do you make Hydroden instead at 14? You know what I mean? So you need to understand like how to compensate with if your tech is late or like if it's too early, all that. All that really happens in real time. So it really like you'll be overwhelmed. It'll be really chaotic, right? So you don't want to be stressed that way. You want to have a solid foundation. So you want to practice these build orders by yourself with computer, um, so that you don't have to look into a guide. You will know inside out, so that you will know how to play through. Let's do a letter. Um, I think that'll be a better. I'll just run a letter, regardless I lose or not. If I lose, we'll talk over like what went wrong. That's also a good way to improve. So let's just hope that I get a Protoss, or um, we could go over the replay. Actually not. Let's just go ladder. I don't know why I'm torturing myself with this music. Holy cow, it's like hypnosis. I gotta change this music. Random, yay! Okay, I'm gonna start with 12 hatch. So we talked about it. What's 12 hatch? You make hatchery in your natural at 12 psi.
Require more minerals.
Come on, chat, say something, man. I'm falling asleep. Tell me a funny joke.
Require more minerals.
There are 20 of you guys watching.
Require more minerals.
I want at least a few people to say something.
Require more minerals.
Let's guess what the race is. What do you think the opponent is? He's random.
Spawn more overlords.
It's risky, but it's usually reverse psychology. They think that because they are random, we will usually not do 12 hatch. But it's a reverse psychology.
More minerals. Require more minerals.
Yep, I like to open 12 hatch versus random. Because I don't want to give them the build order advantage, right?
Require more
Hey,
minerals.
okay.
Require more minerals. Require more minerals.
Okay, we're gonna do 973 for this one, okay? Patch 973 is really OP, man.
Require more minerals.
Okay, see? This is why... this... When do you check... Yeah, I should have checked for Cannon Rush. This is a good example to show you why you need to check your natural for Cannon Rush. You jinxed it, man. Thanks.
The hive cluster is under attack.
It's okay, man. No, that's perfect. Like I was really assuming, cause like sometimes like when you play with like really bad players, like they do things that you don't really understand. Cause like all the timing is wrong and all whatnot.
We require more Vespine gas.
But I should have really assumed that in this tier, right? So. Oh wow.
The hive cluster is under attack.
He BMs me. Yeah, I'm like really behind right now.
The hive cluster is under attack. Evolution complete. Our forces are under attack. forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack.
I think if I was really focused, I could have made a comeback for sure here. But I was playing pretty bad here. But he committed way too many cannons reserves to me, right? But like if I maintain my composure, um, so this is a good thing to like when you lose games, instead of just saying fuck Protoss or see you see that? Um, so just say just feel the potential that what you could have done, like because that's really important. Because that's the lesson. Like when you saw the opening and possibility that you could have won, that's really good because that gives you that um, imagination, that visualization, that like it's a really invaluable lesson you get from losing games. Because when that same situation or similar situation happens, you'll be able to recall right away from that game that you lost to this guy. And especially when the guy was like toxic and BM like this, it's even more memorable. So you should like really appreciate this guy. I'm gonna fucking whisper him, thank you so much. No, I'm not going to. so right here, so that's a really weird scout. So he's doing some okay, yeah. So wow, okay. So so he did he did random because like he really he really enjoys this kind of play. Like this is cooler. I never seen this play actually, to be honest. This is like the ultimate. Okay, so he's checking with his probe. See right here. See, this is a cooler because like this is something that like like he outplayed me like with his strategy, let's say, okay? Because like what he did was this like pro gamers do this sometimes too. When they see the creep colony, um, they stand by their probe, their scout probe, to see if it's 12 hatch or not, and they do like a sneaky pylon rush. And if my overlord, see, like that's a cooler, you know what I mean? Like my overlord could have seen it, but just like a little bit pixel above, and I could have seen that pylon right there. And this map is like it's hard to cannon rush in this map too, right? So getting cannon rush in this map is so I'll talk about like what I could have done here, right? So using larva, okay. So like I saw something was off here. because he did commit this much cannon, but his second cannon was way too late. And something has to be. So see, like I suppose like I should have like expected something weird there, right? Like something in my sixth sense, is that what you said? Like something was telling me something. There's more into this weird strategy. So right here, what I should have done was I didn't see probe here, right? I should have gone for another scout here, sent this Ling early enough here to save this hatchery, or even cancel this hatchery and then build it somewhere else. So losing this hatchery was big. So this player, he knew what he was doing. So from here, yeah, it was way too late. For this move in, I could have walked in. Yep, I could have walked in and then wait for the speedlings to sandwich, because like I'm making more lings here, right? And sandwich and so like harass the probes here and use the other lings that come here to attack this, like gather some lings here and then attack here. I could have just run through, because like 2 cannons and I had 10 lings or 12 lings. I'm sure I could have had at least like six, minimum 6 lings survived up to the ramp. Yep. So as soon as this outcome, it was a miscalculation for sure. I thought I could have, because like I really miscalculated this Zilla coming out, right? Um, I thought that lings I had was easily could contest 2 cannons here. See, like from there, like I need more experience. Like maybe this exact situation didn't come to me as much. Um, if I encounter this kind of situation a few more times, then I will always make the right decision. You know what I mean? It's really a trial and um, what is that? Trial and error? Yeah, trial and error kind of game. Yeah, trial and error. So you gotta stay positive, man, because you lost the game because other player just outplayed you. He has slower APM, but he played his strategy uh, in a way to win, right? So losing this hatchery was huge. So right here, I could have made hatchery here too, or even um, when I could have even sneaked in one drone here and make a proxy hatchery there. That would have been nice. But then again, I decided to do 12 hatchery against random. It could have been easily Zerg doing 9 pool. It's just um, that's how I play against random. A lot of people do overpool or 12 pool or even 9 pool against random. Um, but I like to do the reverse psychology. Um, and it's luck too, right? If this guy was diagonal, um, he would not have found me this fast, this early enough, you know. So it's just a cooler. Okay, let's go one more game. Okay, Protoss. 2005. Okay, I'm gonna do a 9 hatch. Okay?
Require more minerals. 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 Require more minerals.
I'm gonna leave my Overlord there until 1 minute 10 to see if it's Pylon Scout. Okay, if it's not, I'm pretty much safe to the 9 hatch.
Require more minerals.
Keep an eye, like the probe could just like walk by here and do a cannon rush.
Require more minerals. Require more minerals. Require more minerals. Spawn more overlords.
What?
Require more minerals.
What's up, Art of Turtle?
Require more minerals.
So with the first drone,
Require more minerals.
check if Pylon was there. Nope. No scout until this time. It's not. I don't think it's It could be 12 Nexus. Oh. Okay.
Require more minerals. Require more minerals. Require more minerals.
He's not making cannon.
Our forces are under attack. Spawn more overlords. Spawn more overlords.
Okay, he made a battery. That's the right counterplay for this.
Our forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack. Spawn more overlords. Our forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack.
Yeah, I was messed here. So he just he defended really well. So that's the right play by Protoss. You need to make a battery. But I think I could have punished him much sooner because like his forge was late. Maybe I was playing like too impatient. My macro was off. My hockey was off. So all that, you know, you just have to learn. You need to admit like what you did wrong. So this is pretty much over.
Spawn more overlords.
GG. So let's see the replay here. It was a very possible game. It was just pure micro fight. So right here, the better move is to send these. Oh, are you serious? I'm from Toronto, man. So right here, the risky move, like what pros, like what I've seen from pros, is because they have such good drone drills and whatnot. So they'll send the first 8 links to their natural, so that sick, man. So that they will prevent any more zealot coming, right? And then you could like attack. So like, yeah. So and with the second wave of lings, you could defend these 2 zealots first. But you know, psychologically, mentally, it's telling you because that's the more close threat to you now, right? So a lot of times, you wanna try to defend here first. But I think he had a really good trade here. 3, you know, like See, like right here, that's a pro counter to this build. So he knew that I went a lot of links. He was keeping track of it, and this is the perfect way to defend this build. Um, so let's see what I could have done here. See, like I was distracted. Like I could have always had 3-4 lings here hitting here because that's the bait. I could use like other lings to move back and forth, so because like Zilla Protoss they don't just stare at you break the gate, right? They will try to come out and attack. Um, so I could have had 4 lings here, keep attacking this like stationary. Then if because like instead of moving the whole ling, try to wrap and sandwich the Zealot. That was a see, I lost my composure from there, you know. So if that was the case, I could have got this gate much faster. So right here, um, maybe I should have ran right away. Oh, yeah, he wasn't able to build this right away, so he really knows how to defend this. And my overlord, of course. Oh, see, right there, right there. I had a chance. I don't know why I pulled my link back there. That was the opening. I could have just committed and get the cannon right there. So, like right here, right here, right here. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, man. Likewise. Thanks for tuning in. So, like right here, I could have just came and attacked this cannon. And if the Ling came right here, the Zealot will obviously try to protect the cannon, and the entrance will be open. So that's when my next wave of Lings could have got in, or I could let these 3 Lings, like these are the right decisions that I should have made right in the spot, but I couldn't. Um, because of course, like it's just lacking experience and it's just bad decision making, right? During that, uh, so I could have just let these 3 Lings keep hitting the gateways, keep track of how many Lings are coming, use my minimap. Um, I have 200 minerals, and how many larvas do I have? Okay, so my macro part wasn't too bad. Okay. Um, I could have got my gas earlier for sure if I'm committed to long Ling all in, so that I could have had Ling speed earlier. That was bad of me, but this is the losing part here, I think. You know, in chess, there's blunders and there are mistakes, right? I think this is the blunder here. See, I had the perfect entrance here, but I don't know why I decided to just pull back. See, even the Protoss, he anticipated me going this way. The probe is doing work. See? He made kept blocking the way right away. To be honest, after my first gateway breakout, oh, the hidden proxy hatchery in opponent's main. Um, Are you joking or are you serious? Because like that's actually a thing. You can do it. But I cannot teach you like in this like right now. I'll try to find the replay and I'll send it over to you, okay? Um, it works really well with gate expansions. Series stream for streams. Hang's a cool guy sometimes. Um, oh my. So what was I saying? Yeah. So when Protoss do gate fast expansions, uh, they uh, they tend to focus way too much on their zealots, and they don't really look at their natural. They like crazy look at their zealot and then micro their one unit. Um, and you could just sneak one drone in and go to like a blind spot and then build a hatchery there. And then yeah, and then instead of your third, right? You can do that. Yeah, so I think yeah, that explains it. So there were like three things that I could have done better, and then that led me into this loss here. Okay, it's Terran. Thanks, man. Yeah, like that's part of the game, right? Yeah. Like I hope that helps you how to analyze your own replays too. Because being able to analyze your own replay is you're becoming your own coach. So what's better than that, right? Like sometimes you could, of course, solve it like wrongfully. Like you could, there could be a better way than like all the things that I said. I should have done this. I'm sure there are other 100 different ways that are even better choices that I could have done.
Require more minerals. Require more minerals.
So what's my opponent? So it's Terran, right? So Terran. Just gonna do 2-hatch, Muta, classic. Polypoid.
Overlords. Require more minerals. 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 Our forces are under attack. We require more minerals. Spawn more overlords. Our forces are under attack. Evolution complete. Spawn more overlords. Spawn more overlords. We require more minerals. Spawn more overlords. Our forces are under attack. Spawn more overlords. Spawn more overlords. Spawn more overlords. Our forces are under attack. Spawn more overlords. Require more Vespene gas. Our forces are under attack. Spawn more overlords. Our forces are under attack. Spawn more overlords. Spawn more overlords. We require more minerals. Our forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack. Spawn more overlords. Our forces are under attack. Spawn more overlords. Spawn more overlords. Spawn more overlords. Our forces are under attack. Spawn more overlords. Our forces are under attack. forces are under attack. We require more minerals. Evolution complete. Our forces are requiring more minerals. We require more minerals. Our forces are under attack. We require more minerals.
Wow, how many turrets is he gonna build? Alright. So, this is a part where you shouldn't all in. Around 7:30-ish, there was a time where I could have taken Hydradan and Quinn's Nest to get into a macro game, but I just decided to uh, test him out with Muta. I guess yeah, man, I'm getting tired. I'm not playing too well, but yeah, it was fun. Um, I'll try to organize like what we went through today with the build order and whatnot. Um, so like the last uh, 30 minutes wasn't like really. So like next time I should get like a practice buddy that I could practice a certain build with, so that you guys could actually do it too, or even um uh yeah, man, no problem. It was fundamental. Like I hope you guys got were was able to learn one or two. Um, so thanks for tuning in, and I will come back next time for sure with better content. Yeah. So see you guys. Good night. There you go. Under 1900.